we are going to talk about Young, Famous, and African. This is going to be a quick review. I'm going to talk episode on episode about things that I thought were interesting, and we're going to not talk about the men's as much just because they were trash. They were really trash. Every single last one of them were trash. And so let's start with the female cast, right? We got Kanye. Kanye, she's beautiful. She's a cougar by admission. And she bleaches. You know, I really wasn't even that mad at her for bleaching, right? Even though I think it's more rooted on colorism. But she bleaches and she has a terrible green wig. Oh my god, that green wig needs to be burned in the pits of... It needs to be burned with some holy water. Oh, it was terrible. It was so terrible. It was a terrible green wig. Definitely go watch and see because it wasn't worth it. Anyway, so then she starts off the first episode, right? She's bringing everybody together. She introduces us to Nadia, and Nadia is a rapper. Her name is Nadia Nakai, but I just say Nadia because it's easier to remember. And then Nadia ended up introducing us to Swanky and Annie. Swanky is a male stylist. I thought he was super cool. I thought he was funny. But after a few episodes, I was like, the last two, oh my goodness, he showed his whole bum. So then we have Annie. Annie is beautiful, you know. She has a little TWA, you know. And you can see that she really has fun with who she is. She's dark skinned, you know. It seems like the bleach frenzy did not hit her, you know, which is nice. She wears wigs from time to time, and she is with Tubaba. Tubaba is known as innocent. I don't know. I know him as Tubaba. He's saying African Queen, you know. Yep. Don't want to get this video taken down, even though I only have like 2 followers. So subscribe. But anyway, so she's talking about how Tubaba has given her 5 side babies and 2 babies from her. Oh, not laughing about the whole cheating affair, but the way she was telling us all this information in the first episode. Ooh, it was a lot. So then, you know, she goes and they're meeting at the ball. The ball is like the regular African balls, you know. Very nice. This one definitely more expensive than I've seen in a minute. And, you know, they were going in Lamborghinis and Ferraris and showing off the wealth that they have, you know. And honestly, I had to question if they were wealthy or if, you know, they're just rich. We'll see. But anyway, so then, you know, Annie and Kanye meet. Kanye. Let me not say Kanye. It's Kanye. Kanye. They meet. And Kanye was like, oh yeah, my 15-year-old daughter actually lives next to me. She doesn't live with me. She has her own apartment. She's independent. And I was like, this is an interesting parenting style, you know. And Annie, from the jump, was like, no. She's like, absolutely not. You're an African mom. What are you doing? Why is your child not right next to you? And she was like, girl, please. She said, girl, you leave with your kids with your own mom. See, I see my kid every day. Well, she said something along those lines. She just tore Annie something because she was like, I'm not feeling her coming for my parenting style when she understands, you know, working African women, right? And this is where Annie gets a little interesting right here, is when she's talking to Swanky, who is her stylist, and she's talking about how Tubaba has been cheating on her for the last, you know, millennium, you know, and she's still hurt from that. She's still hurt from it. And all I could think was, you need therapy. And this is where Naked DJ and Kayla come in. Kayla's another part of the cast. She's dating Naked DJ. Naked DJ's low-key trash. You know, he's like unromantic apparently now that they're together. And then he thinks that she lives with him and he didn't really invite her to live with him. So they have that issue, right? And that's basically the issue that they had, the whole relationship. And they went to couples therapy. And all I could think was that Annie needed to go to couples therapy. Maybe they needed to do like a double date where they're doing the couples therapy. But, you know, you can tell she loves Tubaba. You can tell, like, and one thing that I was taught is that you should never love a man more than a man loves you. You should never do that. Because then what that does is that lowers your self-esteem, one. And two, it makes them not respect you as much. So, I definitely saw those small little things in Annie where I was like, needed to change that, right? But it's okay. It's their relationship. I'm not in it. I am a bystander, you know. And also, this is reality TV, so maybe they're downplaying the fact that he has 5 babies. Side babies. 5 side babies. And 2 kids by her. So, now we're moving on, you know. They go through that. And then, of course, Annie, and Kanye resolve those differences. And then we move on to the second episode. Second episode has Diamond Plaza, who was in Ziggo. And that one is with the guy, his name is Aya. It's A-Y. So, figure it out. Go look into it. You guys will know. It's a great song. Love it. You know, and I was so disappointed. He is a typical rapper. He has like 25 baby mamas. Okay, he might not have that many, but he has a lot. And, you know, he doesn't even know if he has more. And I thought, typical baby mama. Rapper, drama, all that. And so he likes Nadia, right? Nadia is the one that introduced Annie to Kanye. And she is also a rapper. She's a female rapper. She has a boo in Mexico. Or in the United States. And they met in Mexico as the episodes go on, right? So, she's here. She's talking about, oh, you know, I want to make a song with him. He likes me, but I'm not going that route. And I was like, you go, girl. You know what you're doing. And so, you know, he goes car shopping with her. And he's like, oh, choose a car for me. I was like, is it that serious? I was shocked. And I was like, okay. I would have chose the most expensive thing there for him. Would have said, go. You do you. And so after that, right, I'm thinking, okay, I guess they have a connection. Cool. Episode 2 rolls in. And he has a party. It's called the Arabian Nights. Nadia's there. Kanye is there. Annie is there. Kayla and her boo. And all their boos are there. Except for Tubaba. Because Tubaba doesn't come until the middle of the season. And guess who shows up? Zari. Zari is Diamond's ex. And oh my god, she is beautiful, y'all. She is drop dead gorgeous. And she's called Boss Lady. You know, they call her Boss Lady. So then, you know, everyone's mesmerized by her because she is a beautiful person. And she bleaches. She bleaches, which is odd because she's already mixed with that Middle Eastern, you know, you can tell. But she adds to the lightening of her skin. I mean, I guess it's just a preference in the African countries, which I don't understand, but it's seated in colorism and racism. Anyway, Yeah, continuing on. So she's beautiful. She comes dressed to the ninth. And Annie is wearing a short, like dress, very short dress. And she was like, oh, if I knew that it was Arabian Night themed, I would wear something long and this and that. And I was just like, girl, please. You like wearing short stuff. Like throughout the whole season, I was like, she just likes to wear something short. And that's okay. Girl, you do you. Right? That's all I was thinking the whole time. I was like, just do you, girl. Don't stress. And so, as that was going on, Annie decides to show off her boo because she calls to Baba and she's like, okay, let me show everybody to Baba. And to Baba sees Zari and he's like, oh yeah, pass me to boss lady. Girl, the change in Annie. She was like, how do you know her? What? She didn't ask him though. She told Zari, how do you know my husband? How do you know my husband? How do you know my husband? And I'm just sitting there like, can't you ask your husband? Ask your husband. So, she's just like, oh, we used to work together. But I think Zari, because she's had similar issues with her baby daddy, that she's not with anymore, by the way. She put her foot down. She was like, man, we can lay in the same bed. You'll never touch me type of thing. Type of foot down. I love that. And so, also she has significant other. She has somebody else, right? So, she's like, he's not even my type. One. But two, I think she sensed the fact that Annie didn't know what to believe. And then Swanky, throws it down in there. Oh yeah, she was Googling him before we came to the party. So of course, Zari's like, like I sense insecurities. Okay. And so after that, right, Zari tells Annie at some point that her bum was showing. Annie's like, and Zari's like, yeah, I just wanted to let you know that your bum is showing. And possibly other things. Annie was not happy. Which is crazy. Because, if, like, for example, let's say you have toilet paper on your shoe. And you're walking out in a party. And someone tells you have toilet paper on your shoe. Wouldn't you be happy that someone pointed it out real quick so you can take it off and not, keep it there? I mean, it was just a weird thing for me. I thought it was nice that she let her know, like, oh yeah, be careful, like your bum is showing and other things along with it. Which, Annie should have thought about really as she's sitting that way. But then episode 3 rolls in and she's not happy with Zari for pointing it out. And so they go to a tea party and she tells her, well, I'm not happy that you said that my bum was showing. And Zari was like, I'm not happy that you told me how many times and asking me how many times, how do you know my husband? How do you know my husband? Keep asking me that question. So I guess we're both not happy. Girl. Okay, I'm better. So then, they kind of resolve that really. And you can tell that there's a little bit of tension there. And Annie's feeling a certain type of way about Zari. And so, and then, this episode 3 that we're going into. And she gets, Annie gets a little proposal from Tubaba. And so at the end of this episode 3, they talk to each other and they're like, yeah, we're, doing the proposal, this and that, whatever. And you can tell that, like, people have mixed feelings about it just because Annie, like, 2.2 seconds ago was crying about how he's cheating on her. And then, all of a sudden she's giddy about the fact that he reproposed to her and didn't resolve the underlying issue that she really has with him. you know? But anyway, so then after that, right, during this time that they talk about this proposal, in episode 4, Zari was like, let me talk to your husband on the side, actually, because I need to rectify some things real quick, if you guys don't mind. So then she goes to the husband and she tells her, well, your wife is really insecure about how we met. So I want to tell her, like, we met at work. Like, we need to just clarify that. And then she brings Annie. And she's like, Annie, like, we met at work. And, you know, it just feels like you're being insecure because you're not understanding that we met at work. And she was like, oh no. And Annie just was like, oh no, he doesn't like your type. Like, he likes thin, dark women. And she was like, girl, please. They cheat with the opposite. She actually said that. It's not me just coming up with it now. Sorry, I actually said that. Sorry, I was like, please, they cheat with the opposite. And she's not wrong. I was like, facts. Like, you think that your husband has a type when in reality, it's opportunity when it comes to cheating. Like, they're not here thinking, I am doing this with just this type of person. No. It's a disease, guys. Yeah, it's something that really, like, psychological they need to talk about to really get down to the nitty and the gritty of it all. Whew. So, you know, I thought that was very interesting, and Annie was not happy. Annie took her husband and they left. And then, of course, Adelaide, very interesting one. He's one of the better trash people. He's like a paper napkin that's been dirtied versus the others that are actually like steeped in cockroaches. You know, in terms of trash. So then, you know, he's trying to talk to Zari, and Zari's just like, boy, I can flirt. She has an air of mystery on her. Like, she's very mysterious, and I think that throws people off. She's very, you know, she's very like woozah, you know? And it's feminine mystique, it's feminine ways. It's something that people learn. So anyway, as we're going through this, she is trying to figure out what Adelaide is thinking about. And here, rumors fly. Rumors fly where they're like, oh, you know, they were kissing, they were doing this, they were doing that. Nothing was true. Nothing was true. Anyway, after that, you know, we go into episode 5. Episode 5. Oh, wait. No. End of episode 4. Annie asked Zari to meet. And Zari's just like, oh, okay, yeah, let's meet up, you know. And Annie comes in with a stank energy. Terrible energy, I tell you. And she's like, I didn't like the fact that you said I am insecure in front of my husband. Mind you, Zari could have worded it better. I think Zari should have been like, oh yeah, you know what? She is insecure because of you. She should have ripped in on the husband. That's what she should have done. But, you know, also, she's not her friend. You know, it's one of those things where you can advise the woman, just do that. Don't even worry about the man, because there's no way you're going to change the man's idea just like that. But women are more inclined to listen to other women sometimes. So, you know, she was like, yeah, you B word. Ooh, Annie called her the B word, and Zari was over it after that. See, Zari was trying, and you can tell, like, she doesn't really have too much patience for nonsense. And don't get me wrong, I felt where Annie was coming from. But the moment she said the B word, I was like, ooh, it's on. And Zari dragged her by her little hairs. Ooh, Zari dragged her And Annie left. Annie just left because she could not take what Zari was throwing at her, what Zari was telling her. And in reality, Zari was not wrong. Zari was just, she was so upset. She was upset. She went in. She went for the jugular. I was like, I have appreciation for her. I was like, she knows what she wants. She's strong. She understands the assignment. She got this. So then, of course, Zari, and I feel her. I was like, she's a little too nice sometimes, because she ended up in episode 5 apologizing to Annie because she understood the errors in her ways after she talked to Kanye. She realized, you know what? She's coming from this area. She's coming from here. Let me talk to her. Let me tell her. And guess what? Annie received it like a child, barely apologizing for cursing at Zari. Barely. And that's when I honestly got over Annie. She was my favorite in the beginning. I really did like her. You know, even with all insecurities and all, I really liked her. And then after that, I was like, I can't get with this. And unfortunately, the rest of the cast went with her. The rest of the cast, almost everybody else, I was over, except for Zari, Kayla, and Naked DJ, actually. But I think he's liked by association. I like him by association. Now, let me tell you. I forgot to mention, by the way, that Nadia, when the Arabian Nights party, when Diamond invited her, he didn't even talk to her. He saw Zari and that was it. So there's already like that little contention, little jealousy there. And embarrassment. I think it was just awkwardness, but also knowing that like this person truly likes this other person in a certain way. But it was over between them. Like, Zari was not having it. Zari was done. And then Diamond said something very telling. He was like, I wouldn't have respected Zari if she took me back after everything. And I was like, So you know. Okay, whatever. And again, the man said so many idiotic statements. Very idiotic statements. Lots of idiotic statements. There was the, if you're going to cheat, don't get caught statement. There was people trying to get with people's exes. And, it was just a little bit messy on the guy's end. And now we get to episode 6. Episode 6 is where everybody hates on Zari. Everybody hates on her. She has this blue wine train and she's saying, thank you for honoring my invite. Thank you for coming to my party. And you can see Kanye and Annie smirking and laughing and talking on the side. And she's just like, what in the world is this? So then she addresses it later on. And they're all upset that she's addressing it. And then Swanky, I thought he was alright. I was like, stylish, cool, calm, collected. I knew he wasn't ish when he started yelling at Zari. When he actually didn't invite her to his GQ cover unveiling party. That's when I knew. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this picking and choosing. Like, you gotta be clear with your intentions. You can't be picking and choosing if you claim that this other person is also your friend. But this is where I realized that their idea of friendship is very shallow. Shallow friendships. So then they get upset that Zari is trying to voice how she feels. And so after that, there's this huge issue, and then episode 7 rolls around, and she comes to the bachelorette party because she was like, regardless of everything, I'm glad that Annie is renewing her vows. I feel happy for her. And they're expecting her to apologize. For what? For what? I just looked at them like, is this real life? But then I realized it's fabricated drama. Fabricated drama. There was no reason for her to apologize for anything. The only issue they had is that she was trying to basically be Beyonce, according to them. And I was like, what's wrong with Beyonce? Beyonce beautiful. You know, people want to be Beyonce. Why? Why can't they? But the thing is, she never mentioned Beyonce. She's just a boss lady. Like, that's her nickname. And there's a reason why that's her nickname. Anyway, so she ended up not being invited to the wedding because apparently she has negative energy. And then the wedding comes around and I was like, see, karma quick. Karma very quick. Annie's here with this cheat. And she tells him, you're going to stop cheating on me now, right? And he was like, oh, who was cheating? After 5 side babies, he says that. And she's just... I was like, this is karma. Like, you are not listening to another woman that went through the same thing. That is trying to tell you, like, you know, maybe you need to talk about these unresolved issues. And there you go. Your man don't even respect you enough to say, yes, I did that. And I am sorry. I am so sorry. Which in the proposal, Apollo lied. Which means you apologize, you gaslight some more, and then you add some lies in it. Apollo lied. All of that. He did all of that. And I was not for it. I was not for it. And I just thought, okay, you know what? Zari knew what she was saying. And she realized that they're not her friends. But what she did, one thing she did that was very nice, was she tried to get her ex to go and support them. And she was like, not only are they going to think that you didn't go because of me, like, they're actually your friends. Please go. And he was like, oh, you know, it's just I got late and I missed the party. That's all. They'll understand. And I was just like, but at least she said that. Like, she said that in the filming. Like, it was understood. And then Adelaide shows up. And he's really trying to get with Zari in front of his friend who called him a brother. And I was just like, okay. It was very messy. So anyway, that was my review. That was my review for this whole Young, Famous, and African. I definitely think it's worth watching because I gave you guys a little mini rundown, you know, but there was a lot of small details that were in there that's worth watching and worth paying attention to. Definitely would say that the wigs were crazy. You know, at some point, Kanye had a wig. Her wig was like up here. And that green wig. Oh, that abomination. It's an abomination. That's the best word to describe it. Oh my goodness. And oh, also, I'm not the best makeup artist, right? But they needed some good makeup artists. A lot of them were off. However, the outfits were bomb. The outfits, oh man, those, I can't even, they were beautiful. They're beautiful. And so now I'm like, every time I review any African show, I have to wear something nice for them because, you know, got to show off my outfits, my African outfits. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll definitely be doing more reviews please subscribe and let me know how you think about the reviews in the comment below. You know, hopefully I was not too far off. Did you guys watch it? Are you guys going to watch it? Alright, thank you. Bye.